Welcome to my YouTube channel, Family Drama Files. Please like, share, subscribe for more emotional videos.
I counted every single day in rehab hoping my daughter would walk through that door. She never came. On the day I was discharged, I had only $43 in my pocket and no ride home. I thought I had lost everything, until a stranger stopped his car and spoke 12 words that changed my life forever. He said, "You once gave me your couch and $200 when nobody else believed in me. Today I am a lawyer and I am here to repay that kindness." What happened next left my own family speechless. My name is George. I am 69 years old and I never imagined that the people I loved most would abandon me when I needed them the most. 6 weeks earlier I had entered a rehabilitation center after a serious accident. The doctors assured me I would recover with therapy and patience. My daughter promised she would visit every weekend. She hugged me before leaving and whispered that everything would be all right. The first weekend came and she never appeared. I made excuses for her. Maybe work was busy. Maybe traffic was bad. The second week passed. Still nothing. By the fourth week I realized something was terribly wrong. Every time I called she answered with short messages saying she was busy. She promised to come tomorrow, but tomorrow never arrived. The nurses noticed I spent every evening staring at the entrance hoping she would finally walk in. One nurse quietly told me that sometimes the people we expect the most are not the ones who stay. On the day I was discharged, I packed my small bag. I checked my wallet. $43. That was all I had left after medical bills. Nobody came to pick me up. I started walking toward the highway carrying everything I owned. Then a black car slowly stopped beside me. The driver stepped out and looked at me with tears in his eyes. He asked if my name was George. I nodded. Without another word he hugged me. He said, 30 years ago you gave a homeless college student your old couch and $200. You told me that one act of kindness could change an entire life. I never forgot those words. I stared at him trying to remember. Then it hit me. His name was Victor. Back then he had been sleeping in his car while studying law. Everyone ignored him except me. I had very little money myself, but I believed helping someone was always worth it. Victor smiled and said, "Today I own my own law firm. I searched for you many times but could never find you." He insisted on driving me home. When we arrived I could not believe what I saw. The locks had been changed. Inside the house I could hear laughter. My daughter and her husband were hosting a celebration. Victor quietly asked me what was happening. I knocked on my own front door. My son-in-law opened it with a shocked expression. He told me I was no longer welcome, because he now controlled the house and my finances through documents my daughter had signed while I was in rehab. He believed I was too weak to fight back. Victor calmly introduced himself as an attorney. The smile disappeared from my son-in-law's face. Victor reviewed every document they proudly handed over. Within minutes he discovered forged signatures and illegal property transfers. He smiled and said, "You made one mistake. You tried to steal from the man who once changed my life." The investigation moved quickly. Bank records exposed missing money. Witnesses confirmed the forged paperwork. The court ruled every fraudulent transfer invalid. My house was returned. My savings were restored. My son-in-law faced criminal charges for fraud. My daughter admitted she had trusted the wrong person and lost everything because of that decision. Months later I sold the old house and started a new life in a smaller, peaceful place. Victor became more than a lawyer. He became the son life had unexpectedly given me. Every holiday he visited with his family. Sometimes we laughed about the old couch that had changed to lives forever. I realized something important. Kindness is never wasted. You may forget the good you do for someone, but the right person will remember it when you need hope the most. Life has a way of returning every act of kindness when you least expect it. The people who abandoned me lost everything they tried to steal. The stranger I once helped became the family I truly needed. Never believe your kindness is forgotten, because one good deed can return and rescue you years later, when the whole world has turned its back on you. Please like and subscribe.